I'm doing free tarot and medium readings here, my friends. Free. Come on in. Leave me your questions. I like to do as much free stuff for you guys as I possibly can. A couple hours a week. Well, actually, it's way more than that because I love to chat with you all. If anybody chats with me, I chat right back. So, welcome into the Megawatt Collective. Free medium and tarot readings. I can speak to your passed on loved ones in heaven. If you would like, let me know in the comments if you'd like to speak to someone in heaven. I can speak to the universe for you, the divine, the cosmos. I have their pager number. Everything I say through the tarot cards is God channeled through me. This is a sacred place and a holy place. Tarot reading is a prayer practice for me. I invite seekers of light, bearers of light, and speakers of truth to the Megawatt Collective. 6s might be significant angel numbers for you, which I believe represent, what is it? Death and rebirth? Someone tell me. I'm not good at, I don't remember my angel number meanings. Except I see 2s all the time, and I see 4s all the time, and I see 7s all the time, and 3s. Sometimes 5s. I don't see 6s very often, but here we are. I always look at the clock at 4:44. Drop your questions in the comments, my everybody. 1, 2, and 5. So just 1s can represent, if they're in a row like 11, 11, can represent, it's like things are lining up. 2s represent connections, so relationships, not always romantic, but sometimes it can represent partnerships or reunions of some kind, friendships, parent-child relationships, or romantic. And 5s represent change. Now, angel numbers, everybody will apply different meanings to different ones. We make it up. We make up the meanings. God didn't make up the meanings. So you Google it and you'll get different, Jess, love that. Things are lining up. That is cool. I love that I used that meaning because it was really applicable to you. Nice. How do you feel about that? I have another Jessica here, just another Jessica. 555 often means a time of transition or change. You feel overwhelmed? Well, then that's why they showed you 111, because they wanted to show you alignment. They wanted to show you that it is correct that you get this diagnosis. It is in line. It is God's plan. For just another Jessica, why don't you leave me a question? Because when I ask for general readings, it'll just show me your whole life story. And I'll just have to like ask you a bunch of questions and pick apart, you know, what's past, present, and future. I don't do layouts. So my cards just fall out for me. So ask me a question. Or a topic or something. Sadaf, will I get back together with my husband? Sadaf, please. Will Sadaf get back together with her husband? Please. Yes. 2 of hearts, yes. Lisa, was Jay happy after seeing Lisa today, please? Was Jay happy after seeing Lisa today? Yes. Seems like it. I gotta sneeze. What do I? Jessica, I probably felt like that were going to be true for you. Will Jessica be able to financially support herself? Yes. Ace of Wands is a nice energy for you if you are, sounds like you need a bit of a fresh start in your life. And yes, you will have that fresh start. Financial support, it's saying one step at a time. 9 of Hearts is, it looks like, is your father living, Jessica? Tell me about your father, because he's coming out here. You will be able to support yourself, yes. You will have financial options available to you, and you will be able to make choices that are going to gain financial liberty or liberation. These things can take a long time, though. Jessica. Oh. So he's here. Would you like to hear from him? Because I have him here. And I have messages from him. If you are open to that, let me know. Okay. He did die peacefully. This is a peaceful goodbye. A peaceful goodbye. He knew that was going to be your question because he brought those cards out before I even knew that he was dead, okay? I mean, I kind of did know, but... and your dad says, in the coming days, or in the coming season, in the coming times, you probably have quite a lot of stress and grief to overcome. Unless maybe you're already through that, but, you know, there's a season of your life where you have stress and grief to overcome. I mean, don't, like, every second day, right? But your dad says that you will be independent eventually. The 9 of Pentacles is self-made wealth. And the 7 of Pentacles is investments and savings. And the 7 of Cups, in this case, is representing online options. So this is you looking at the internet and figuring out what choices or what options are best for you in gaining your own independence. You will. You absolutely will. It's not a question. It's a question of when, though, because you look like you're a bit new in this new season. Okay. Dad, is there anything else you'd like to say to Jessica? Jessica, do you have a brother or is this a boyfriend? Either you asked, like, will I have a boyfriend in the future? Or he's asking about your brother. Do you have a brother? Or did you have a boyfriend when he died or something? I can't tell if it's a brother or a boyfriend. Okay, brother. So Dad has a message for your brother, and the message is, I love you, son. That's for your brother. You can take a screenshot of that if you want. These videos get posted to YouTube after, if you guys want to go find on YouTube. Okay, you're so welcome, Jessica. And then Dad says the end. He has nothing else to say. Okay? Okay, Jessica. Blessings to you. Your dad is definitely at peace. He feels like very Very pleasant, Ghosty. Very pleasant. You're so welcome, my love. Okay, keep dropping your questions, guys. I can't really scroll back, but I can take fresh questions or requests for a medium. Hi, Shelly. I'm good. How are you? Are you Shelly from Facebook? Have I talked to you before? Okay. Okay, Shelly. Ashley Don. Ashley, if you just leave, ask me a question or a topic. Like you can write message for love, please, or message for finances, please. Sarah, you're still wondering about Irish med school. Let's see what they say today. I think they always say yes, don't they? Sarah, I would say eventually, yes, you will go to med school. Your mother is showing there for you, Sarah. And it says that your mom will give you some money. Shelly, how are Shelly's finances looking? Energetically, how are Shelly's finances looking? Good. I would say, you got the Ace of Swords, Shelly. Your finances are looking correct, is what I'm getting here. So, do you wonder if there's something about your finances that you don't know about, Shelly? Is there anything about her finances that she doesn't know? Looking correct. So, like, what it's giving is, like, if you're, if you've got some paperwork and stuff, or, you know, some kind of process to go through or something, it looks like you're doing everything right, okay? Shelly, this is for Shelly. Shelly is doing everything right. You are in a lawsuit? Okay. It looks like you're going to come out on top. For sure, you have the 10 of Pentacles. With the 4 of Pentacles. It looks like you are not going to lose any money, from what I can see. Or not. It's not. This lawsuit, from what I can see, looks like it won't have a major impact on your finances. Okay. Sarah, why does Sarah's dad have a negative attitude toward her going to law school? Okay, Shelly. He just feels that you're too young, Sarah. He feels that, I would say he feels that it's not your purpose, and he feels that you're not quite ready or equipped. Why does he feel this way about his daughter? Daughter? Why does Dad feel that way about her? He doesn't want you to have a hard life. And he thinks that med school is a hard life for such a young girl. He just sees you as a child. He sees you as his little girl. And yeah, like he's like, oh, I don't really want you to working so hard and stuff. That's what I'm picking up. So Shelly's lawsuit going on 3 years. Can I get a concluding message for that? Yeah, again, you're getting the 10 of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords, Shelly. So, Am I correct that she's going to come out on top? I don't know if it's going to end soon, though. Timelines go on forever. It will end soon. And you will get, look, they just continually give me those same two cards. They threw them at me for you. 10 of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. You're, you know, it's on your side. That was for Shelly, guys. Hi, Amanda. Thank you so much. All is as well as ends well. All is okay. All is okay. You're welcome, my sweet. Carmen. Will Carmen be in a committed relationship this year, please? Yes, Carmen, you will. Tina. Is Tina's husband cheating on her? I am, Amanda. That's correct. Is Tina's husband cheating? I don't know what he's at, but I would say trust your gut and trust your instinct on this. It's not giving me my cheating card, but it is giving me like other things. Like, I mean, there are issues in your marriage, okay? There are issues in your marriage. I don't at this time see the cheating card, though. If she's meant to know about infidelity, show me one more time. This was for Tina. It says like he kind of cheats. Like, it's almost like cheating can be very, very bad, but maybe he kind of just is flirty or has a wandering eye or something. But it definitely says that, Tina, you know what's up. You should trust your gut. Okay? Manpreet is still waiting on her husband to return. Can I get an indication of her situation, please? Manpreet is waiting for her husband to return. Yeah, it says still that he still will return. It looks like he's with another woman and he will end it with the other woman, but that might be 5 years away. Does he see the kids, Manpreet? It looks like he will visit the kids at some point. And I mean, really, that could be the return. If he sees the kids, then that kind of is him returning. So let's ask, will Manpreet and her husband be married, remain married? It's probably in the long run, probably going to end. But for now, it's like, yeah, he's still around. So it's kind of like, it's a bit, things are undefined, because when you ask, will he return to you, he didn't fully leave. So it's like, they can't really say, like, he does return. But it's like, as a whole for the marriage in the long run, like, I don't see you guys, you know, dying together, like growing old together. Okay? For Manpreet, that is. And the cards say, yes, I am correct. I am correct. She will not, like, he's not your forever husband. He's going to stick around for the next little while for the kids, but he's not your forever husband. However, I would say that he also will not stick around with his side woman either. Charles, Chris, my long-term partner, now that we've been together. Charles, I'm not too sure what we've been together. Charles, I'm not too sure what the question is. Are you just sharing good news that you have a girlfriend? Do you have a girlfriend, Charles? Is that what you're trying to say? Kathleen. Is Kevin talking to another woman? Kathleen? Awesome, Charles. I'm happy for you. Hey, Gord. Is Kevin talking to another woman? Kathleen and Kevin? Probably just messages. Instagram messages, I would say. Which, it's up to you whether you put up with that or not. But yeah, he does talk to women online, I would say. You're welcome. Charles, will it be long term? Okay. Charles has a girlfriend in Venezuela. Will it be long term, please? I wouldn't, the cards would, oh, thank you, Kathleen. The cards would encourage you, Charles, to just enjoy it for what it is right now. They don't want me to tell you if it's going to be long or short term. They just want you to enjoy it for what it is. Okay? So they're not giving me an answer, but they're telling me like there is an answer, but they don't want you to know it. Yeah. Kyla? Will Kyla be able to quit her job this year? Yes, you will. It's not easy though, but yes, you will. The end and walking away. Yes, you will. And I don't think you're going to be too sad about it. Yeah. Yeah, it looks complicated. It's not easy. Yeah, Charles, take that as a good message. Just enjoy it. Ashley, I'm so sorry you've been waiting all this time. Ashley wants a love message, please. Can I get a love message for Ashley? Well, I should get my romance deck, shouldn't I? Give her the full romance treatment. She's been waiting. The Chariot says, let's go. Let's do this. Let's go. Can I get a love reading for Ashley? We have the Sun. We have the Ace of Wands. We have the Chariot. Really good energy. We have the Nine of Cups, Ashley. Really good energy. Are you in a relationship right now? You overgive and then they betray you. Jumpins. You got 10 of Swords, 7 of Swords, 3 of Swords. Those are the worst cards in the deck. I'm sorry for laughing. Just to let you guys know, when I laugh maniacally like that, it's a release of emotion. It's not... My expression of emotion can be inappropriate sometimes, especially during channeling. But it's more of it's like an exhale, but it comes out as a laugh. So she's seeing somebody. Is this somebody good for her, please? Ashley, why don't you tell me the person's name? It would be easier to pinpoint their energy. It's not looking good at all. But you, like in general, for love for you, you are very abundant. You're the Sun. You're the Ace of Wands. You're really bright. You're really, you have a quality about you that stands out. But this guy is not good for you. Does that make sense? You overgive to that situation. So if we want to get rid of him, is there someone better in the future for Ashley, please? Yes. How old are you, Ashley? Have you been married yet? You're kind of saying, I'm not getting any younger. So I think you will get married someday. I think you really want to get married, do you? Do you kind of focus on that in your daydreams and stuff? Like you want like a commitment? Happily, you know, you want a happily ever after? What? No, you don't want to get married? Show me her future. You don't want to. Okay. What does she have to look forward to? I mean, you got the marriage card twice and the world card. I think if you met the right person, you might want a commitment someday. It's probably you probably like multiple genders. I don't know if you know that about yourself or not, but I kind of see multiple genders being fulfilling for you. Does that make sense? But I see commitment in your future. Does that make sense, Ashley? If you have any lingering questions, Ashley, just ask me like questions, like specific. Okay, you're welcome, my sweet. Joshua, what's a 6-man parlay? What does that mean? Before I ask my cards about it, I gotta know what it means. Josie, will you find someone? So looks like you're looking for a romantic committed partner. Oh, sports betting. Okay, I'll let you know in a sec. Josie is looking for her one true love. One true love for Josie. Does it exist? Josie, how old are you? Looks like you've been through it. Looks like you've had quite a rough battle with some dark forces. Oh, at 47, you would have. Any woman at 47 has had some battles with some dark forces. Is that ringing true? So independence is best for you at this time. You know, give it 5 to 10 years and come back, but I see you independent for quite a while, for quite a chunk of your life, because when you were tangled up in demon work, I don't say this stuff randomly, guys. You've probably never heard me talk about this except to Josie, because that's exactly the language it's giving me. When you've been tied up with that, there's a lot of cleansing and release and all that kind of stuff. It's so much work for you to gain self-sufficiency and stuff. And I think you're just going to need a rest, you know? So I would not really be looking for romantic love if I were you. Possibly like, you know, some companionship here and there is fine. But to say that you have a one true love, I don't see it in the cards. I see you yourself, you are your one true love, and then let some lovers come and go if they, you know, if you want that. Now, Buddy had a message about gambling. Joshua, is he going to hit his 6-man parlay? That's a yes or yes. It says yes, you will. Okay. Ashley, your ex is still trying to interfere in your life. Could that be the person that's not good for me? It could, yeah. So tell me the name of your current situationship. The name of the guy that you're asking about, or the girl, or the person. Sorry guys, I'm very old in my brain. My brain is old and dusty and binary, but I do make an effort. No, I don't want to know about Brendan. Okay, Tony's the new guy. Okay. Joshua, I will hold you to that. Don't make a promise you can't keep because Karma will be mad. So take it back now if you want. Otherwise, Karma's going to be mad at you. Guys, heads up, I would not mess with me if I were anybody of you. Don't mess with my energy. People get karma. Tony. I'm asking about Tony for Ashley, please. Show me Tony. Show me Tony for Ashley. Oh, thanks, guys. Tony has some red flags. Ten of Cups and Death. Show me Tony again. Clarify Tony. Heartbreak. Josie, I'm telling you, you need a girlfriend. I'm so sorry if that's a surprise. Whatever the vision that you have for your life is a bit off. I don't think a man is your best match. But you know you best, of course. But I don't know, I'm just getting that for some reason. Melissa! Melissa Weber? Or who? Loving you. Melissa who? Bill, again, I feel in my soul I'm where I'm supposed to be. In the Megawatt Collective? Is that what you mean? Stay. Yes. This is home for many. So Dan is asking, will me and B work out? I read about your dad and Lisa. Melissa. Oh, yes. You're from Placentia still. What's your last name? Brenton. Brenton. Brenton? I gotta know. Brenton? Melissa Brenton? But we would have said it like Brenton. We wouldn't say the T. Brenton. Melissa Brenton. There you go. Dan. Dan, are you still here? Will Dan and B work out? Will Dan and B work out? Dan, what happened? Who cheated? Who cheated, Dan? Might as well tell me. You might as well tell me. So either like you and B or D or whatever it was, one of you left another relationship for each other, something like that. There's some overlap of relationships, right? Is Dan still here? I'll dig at this a little bit, Dan, if you want me to figure it out. But I think you already know. What does your mean? You're here, but are you aware of the overlap between who? Tell me so I have clarity on what I'm reading. Was one of you still in a relationship when you met? I think you will work out, though. I think you will work out, but if you're not aware of the infidelity, because you're telling me, no, we were both single, there was some infidelity involved. But it still looks like you will work it out. Work it out. Okay? Josephine, when will Jim, you're welcome, Dan. When will Jim ask Josie out? When? I don't usually get timelines very easily. I don't really have any way to measure time. I mean, I could, but not really. Can I get an indication? Jim will ask you out, though. The answer is yes, that Jim will ask you out, but I don't know when. They are slow, though. They are really taking their time because it seems that Jim is actually pretty serious about you and doesn't want to rush in and mess things up. Okay? So have patience with this, because if Jim were to rush in, it would all just go to waste. So trust his timing, because he knows what's going on in his life. He knows what way he's feeling about things. It does look slow, though. But the reason he's slow is because he's serious about you. So that would be good news. All right, I know I'm missing a bunch of ya. Let me know in the comments if you have a question, or if you want to hear from somebody in heaven, tell me they're your person. You're welcome, Josie. Good LOL is here. Should he continue with Renee? Should he continue with Renee? I don't like your vibe, buddy. I don't like your attitude toward Renee. To answer your question, should he continue to explore things with Renee? I have questions for you back. I'm more like a bit of an investigator than a psychic. Because for me to answer your question, I would have to know your intentions with Renee. Because your intentions toward that woman is going to modify my response. What are your intentions? Show me his intentions toward Renee. Ask her on a date if you like her. You think she's attractive. Yeah, I see a lot of attraction between you guys. You probably, it's probably a little bit new and fresh and stuff. But what you would need to know is Renee is more emotionally invested than you. Are you still here? Or did you just run? Let me know if you're still here. Good lolly. What does that mean? I thought it was LOL as in laughing. Okay. She's more emotionally invested in you. So if you have no intention of getting emotionally involved, then the answer is no, you should not explore her. That's what I didn't like, your attitude about this exploration. She's not North America and you're not Christopher Columbus. Cool? You're welcome. Leah. He gave me a rose. Dad, love ya. That wasn't very nice. A mustache. Howdy, partner. It's the Wild West in here. Leah is asking messages from her dad. All right, let's get in different kind of energy. Thank you. Messages from Leah's dad, please. Leah, your dad likes my little wildflower deck of cards that I have here. Your dad likes that. Did he like to go for walks? I see him kind of next to a stream. Like not a river, not a lake or ocean, but a stream. And like he would stop and smell the roses, I would say. He would stop and smell the roses. Yeah. In like river, like yeah, what, trout? What's his name, Leah? He says, Jumpins, I gotta introduce myself. Like he finds it uncomfortable to be having a conversation with me when he didn't introduce himself. He's like, I gotta introduce myself to the young lady. He's sweet. He's really sweet. Rick. Hi, Rick. Where was he from? What part of, is he Canadian, Newfoundland? He wants me to know where he's from because that's how he would introduce himself. He'd say, I'm Rick from so-and-so. Torbay. Perfect. No wonder he liked the wildflowers. These are actually from Johnny Ruth. Where are they made? Now he's asking me. He's asking me where were they made? Are they locally made? I don't know, Rick. It doesn't say. He's sweet. He likes to converse. He likes to have conversation. He feels like, so he's giving me tingles as well, especially on my head. Also down my right side, but mostly on my head. He says it feels to him like he just met me in the woods. He feels like I'm a little forest fairy. I think he was just like hanging out in heaven, and he just and there was like a portal that opened up. Three of Wands is this, it's this like window type of thing. And he says like, oh, it's like he just came upon me in the woods. He was just in heaven and came upon me. And then he wanted to, he's like, oh, look, a little forest fairy. I better introduce myself. Now he's talking about fairy lore as well. I think he probably had a few fairy stories in him. He's talking about a young man who also has passed away. And it was a young man who somebody worked with or somebody went to school with or something. It's like he was a family friend, this young man. Do you know who he's talking about? There's someone in heaven with him. No. Like, it was someone that either he worked with, you worked with, your mother worked with, somebody worked with this person. And he kind of comes across this young man in heaven, okay? So the young man, just take this away with you, Leah, like write it down or something. Ask your family members, like the people who, you know, live in your dad's house or something, who died that dad would have known, a young man. And the young man kind of wants to come through and talk to his family too, but it's just the young man doesn't really have the opportunity at this time. Like, it's not his place, you know, there's no one here to listen to him. But there is a young man in heaven with your dad who would like to say something. But it's like, it's a bit pointless. But think about that, Leah. So now tell me about is your mom still living, and do you have any siblings? Two of Hearts. Sweet. Two of Hearts. That's sweet. This is your mom. He's telling me that your mother is very young and beautiful still. He's telling me that your mother wears her sunscreen and probably like wears a hat to protect her skin and stuff. She really like she protects her beauty. I see her putting on lotions as like a moisture barrier. Is she into skincare? It might just be a hand lotion. It might be Vaseline on her elbows. But in your dad's opinion, oh, she is. That's sweet. In his opinion, she like really maintains her youth. And like protects her skin a lot. Okay. It's very sweet. He has this, like, he just thinks that she's the most beautiful woman in the world. And for your other children, Rick, what would you like to say? Is somebody buying a house, or there's some kind of issue with a house? Or is somebody moving out? He's talking about the house, and it looks like your mother is worried about somebody regarding their living situation. And the oldest child, who's the not that you're aware of, who's your oldest sibling? Give me birth order, like brother, sister, you, or whatever way it goes. I think I have your brother and your sister here separately. Leah, if I don't see a response, so if I didn't see it, will you type it again? Your brother's the baby. Okay. Are you the oldest then? I'm just going to ask for each sibling. You are. So, is your brother still living at home? Brother? What's the message for brother? Okay. Does he have a girlfriend? Okay. It looks pretty good. I think your brother seems to be doing well. But the thing about the mom in the house, that was him moving away so far. She's always worried about him. Probably still like, I think she probably worries about him like he's still a child, because he feels like a child energy. But I think Dad would say he's good. Dad would be like, girl, give up your worrying because he's fine. Dad says he's a pretty responsible guy. I thought he was the oldest child because he has the Knight of Pentacles, and I thought he was the oldest. But your brother seems like he's doing well, and Dad is okay with what he's doing, and he tells your mother that she can stop worrying about him. Give me sister, a message for sister, please. Sister is the 9 of Hearts. What's the message for her, please? Saving for a home. So he's focused all on your living situations, as most dads would be. Like, he wants you all to, be able to pay your rent, be able to pay your mortgage. He wants everybody to have a home and be settled and that kind of thing. So does your sister have a home? Like, own a home, or is she renting, or does she need a home, or what is it? Also, is your sister married? He says, don't be tricking your mother. Don't be tricking your mother, he says to everybody, all the children. Like, don't be, if she calls you, don't ignore her phone call. Or don't play little jokes on her, or don't make fun of her or something. So I don't know what this is about sister's home, Dad. Is she like married with kids and all this kind of stuff? If she's not, she will be. Oh. That's surprising, because how old is she? It looks to me like saving, when I ask for her reading, it says saving for a house. Really? I see work. I see children. Is she a teacher or something? Or what's her profession? She's 45 with no kids, no husband. But kids and home are in her cards. Kids and home. Well, why don't you just take whatever that means for her? I have work, I have kids, I have saving for a house. That's for your sister, okay? And now, give me a message for Leah, please, Dad. Give me a message for Leah, please. 9 of Hearts. That is sweet. He says you're a bit feisty. She's my feisty one, he says. What does Leah need to know, Dad? Aww. You're his first love. Aww. 10 of Hearts. He loves you so much. Well, I think he likes that quality that you're developing. He loves you so much. You're like his one true love almost. But I bet you he'd say that to each of his children. But he really means it. He really, really means it. You're my one true love. He says you're very generous and very giving. You do a lot for others. He says, and he's giving me chills again. He's really getting me right here. He's just like doing like tickles. He's very proud of you for the way you give. He's very proud of your generosity. If you don't get like recognition for that, like he feels that you should get like a trophy of recognition for how generous you are. So if you don't get that in real life, he would give it to you, like a trophy of recognition of your generosity. Do you want to ask him any questions, Leah? Is there anything happening in the family that needs to be clarified? That kind of stuff? He's asking, how is your sister? He wants to know, how's she doing? How's she doing with work, he says. He's pretty chatty. Like, I think he would stand around with you. Like, if he met me, he would like stand around chatting for quite a while. If I ran into him at the mall, he'd like stand there talking for a long time. But he wants to know, how's your sister doing? Like, he'd like to hear you say how she's doing, you know? How's she doing with work, he says. Like, how's she getting on? How's she making out with work? So if you don't want to talk about your sister here on TikTok, that totally makes sense. You can actually like pray to your dad. You can just talk to him, pray to him, and he will hear you, okay? And then he actually says goodbye. Maybe he felt like, hint, hint, time for me to go. That's not what I meant, Rick. You can stay as long as you like. But he says, okay, I'll go now. Okay, Rick? Yeah, he's sweet. He says, he's saying something about me. He's saying like, that must be a traumatic job for you. Your dad is saying that to me. He's like, that job you're doing must be traumatic. Talking to all those dead people. When he's done, he's done. That is funny. Okay. All right, Rick. Come back anytime, Rick. He's very sweet. And sometimes I get these dad ghosties who like stay and like talk to me all the time. And he might be one of them. I think I have like probably 3 of these dads who stick around and talk to me all the time. I think he's one. Hi, Aaron or Erica. You know I still don't know if it's Aaron or Erica. You're Aaron. You're Aaron, aren't you? Okay, Aaron. I don't like to call you by your screen name. Oh, Travis. Okay, Travis. Oh, Aaron, I'll get you a reading in a minute, okay? Stay with me. Guys, by the way, you should all be following me. You gotta follow me, boys. I need to get 10,000 followers at least. I'm like, every day I get 1 new follower. Follow me, people. Travis. Can I get a message from Debbie? So Travis, is Debbie the late girlfriend that you're talking about? You found this out. Are you still here, Travis? Did Debbie drink? I feel like she said, I need a drink for this. Something like that. Might have been a cup of tea she needed, but I think she said, I need a drink for this. Hi, Debbie. Did she? Okay. You know, she's pretty hesitant, but she is here. And she is open to talking to you. But I feel like she's just, imagine if you met her face to face, she's like, I just need a minute to, breathe and adapt for a second. And she's like, I need to drink. Hi, Debbie. The affair to me feels like what she says is, it wasn't love, like it wasn't meaningful to her. I don't know in what way this will make sense to you, Travis. Oh, yikes. Why would she say she felt obligated to him? And what do we consider an affair? I mean, I'm getting stories like, I don't want to go spouting off this story without me knowing it's true. Like, this would be, I'd rather one-on-one. But why would she feel obligated to your friend? Was she financially obligated to him for some reason? Or were there children involved here? I feel I'm getting family and children in some way. No to the financial obligation. And what about the family thing? There might have been stuff you don't know about, okay? It seems to me like he helped her out in a way. Right? You said it and I said it at the same time. And he was kind of like family, right? And he helped you guys out. And she felt like she owed him physical in repayment. So it's not nice, but she says it had nothing to do with feelings for him or anything, but to her, that physical was a way to pay him back. It was a commodity. Very sad. It might have had to do with how she was raised. Thanks, Matt. Like, did she see her mother paying men in that way? Feels like maybe she saw that kind of payment. They were drinking, yeah, so I mean, yes, it is all correct. What she's saying is making sense to you. And she says you were never meant to know, you were never meant to find out. It was never meant to come out. Emotionally, like, it wasn't. She saw him. Was he older than her? Because she sees him as a father figure, this friend. But to you were the love of her heart. You were her romance. You were her happily ever after, she says. and he felt like a father figure to her. Does that make sense to you? Did he pressure you, Debbie? Oh. So are you the... Did he pressure you, Debbie? I think that it's a situation that I, as a reader, probably don't have context for. Like, it sounds like a type of situation that has a lot of layers of abuse and, you know, substance abuse and personal abuse to each other. And Debbie says it's a sad situation. And I think even as a reader, like the images I get in my head, I won't really be able to put into words. But Debbie says it's a sad situation. Okay? But she says, if I could make it up to you, I would. Travis, do you want to ask her any questions or anything like that? How do you feel? Do you feel closure? Yeah, to Debbie, she's just repeating. She says, you know, the way I grew up, this was a normal thing to do. Okay. Baby Demu, I still love you. That's what Travis says, Debbie. She loves you too. She says you treated her like a princess. You're mad at her. She says, well, what good is it going to do? She says, you were my fantasy. You treated me like a princess. I think in heaven, she's kind of living her fairy tale dreams in heaven. She's in a much better place where she is. And she doesn't really engage any longer with human relationships. I can relate to that. Like, when someone passes away and she passed in a way that was good for her. I don't mean the cause of her death was good for her, but I mean the time of her passing, and like it was good for her to pass. And in those cases, she's no longer attached to the human experience, where it doesn't matter to her if you're mad at her. It doesn't matter if she fell into Buddy's arms. She says, you know, that was all human mess. It was mess, and it was sad, and it was unfortunate, and it was generational cycles. And she says, that's not me anymore. She's like, I'm in heaven now. She's like, I'm a princess. I'm living a fantasy. Okay, Debbie, let's put her back to her happily ever after. Okay, Debbie? Travis, you get to feel however you feel. And she loves you. She loves you, okay? Thank you, Debbie. Be at peace, my love. Be at peace. She's not tethered to this situation, which is, I'm glad for her. She's not tethered to it. So, that's good. That's good. Was anyone waiting? Oh, right. Aaron. Thank you, Aaron. That's so nice of you. Now, what does Erin have going on in her life? Erin, are you living alone now? Or are you still with your person? You're welcome, Travis. Yeah. Yeah, so Erin and her person are taking space from each other. And Erin, what about your career? Not sure what to do about it? Erin's not quite sure what to do about the career path, which path do I take, which choice do I make? Give Erin guidance around these choices that she has to make. It's like you're trying to go it alone. You're trying to be independent. You're trying to be a grown-up, it says. You're trying to be a grown-up, but you don't feel fulfilled at all. I see you, Erin, looking back to your youth, and it seems like you felt happier at an earlier time in your life. There was a happy period that you miss. And did you ever have a boyfriend? And do you ever reminisce about perhaps a boyfriend? And it looks like maybe you gave up on things too soon. Oh. And do you regret? Do you have some regret these days? Yeah. So it looks like you ask yourself, did I give up too soon? What's the guidance for her on this? Guidance on that situation says be at peace with your choice. It says the choice was made and there's no going back and everything happens for a reason, that kind of thing, which I think you already know that, but it's just you have this twinge. Yeah, you have a little bit of nostalgia there. How can we support Erin with this nostalgia regarding her husband? You really have such, you're really thinking about him a lot and you're having these lovely memories and stuff. So do you ever reach out to him? Is it possible that he could be a supportive friend at this time in her life? It's like, is there any way he can help you, is what you ask. Or something is asking that question. Is there any way he can help you? No, I think it was good that you guys dissolved. I think you had a codependent relationship with him. Although he was nice, it was in your best interest that the relationship ended. So you can have kind of comfort and confidence in that. It looks like he actually had a little bit of narcissistic tendencies. And often those guys can be really, really nice. And they can like do lots of stuff for you. And they can because they really value their character, their persona. So they're ego-based. But I do think it was in your best interest to leave that relationship. But now, moving forward for you. Moving forward for Erin, please. Where's she going next? I have about 15 minutes, okay, guys? Then I gotta go pick up my daughter. I have a King of Swords coming out here. Is there a man in your life, like a dad or a boss or somebody that you are friends with? King of Swords is somebody who's pretty wise and articulate and stuff. Erin, are you questioning if you're supposed to be with men? There are 3 men showing. It's like you ask, if I ever, got with a man again, would it go anywhere? Where would it go? Yeah. Should she? Let me ask. Should she be open to relationships with men? I'd say yes. There's no reason not to. You're allowed to have relationships with any gender of person. Definitely stay open to it if you have those inclinations. I don't think gender should really matter to you. What it's saying here is like the choices you make are not final. It says you can always change your mind. The choices you make don't have to be final. You can make a choice when you're 20. It doesn't have to define you when you're 40. So yes, I would say be open. If there are some men who you're curious about, sure, there's no reason not to be open to that. The only thing is that you wouldn't want to be motivated to explore relationships with men just because you're in a rough place and you see men as being able to save you, which it makes sense that you feel that way because it's like, you need a strong provider, supporter, someone to lean on, that kind of stuff. But you're going to fall flat every time if that's your motivation. You know what I mean? I think you do know that already. You know everything I'm saying, but you're just like, it's so hard. And it is. It's so hard doing everything by yourself. It is so hard. So any connection that you have, it doesn't matter what gender it is, the other person is always going to be, it's going to be helpful to be in a partnership. It's helpful in some ways. Like you share the load. But the cards are asking you, what is it that you truly want? Your response says love. Can it be achieved I'm just going to say what they're saying. Can it be achieved in multiple relationships at the same time? Can you have both? Can you have multiple partnerships that fulfill different things for you? That's what the cards are asking. Do you ever think about that? Like, maybe I'll have a boyfriend and a girlfriend and we can, I'll shovel. I don't think you live in snow, but I live in snow. They want you to be poly. They're asking you, have you ever considered it? I swear. They're just asking, have you ever considered it? It might be fulfilling. It's like, this is collaboration, and it's 3 of Pentacles, collaboration. This is 3 of Cups, which is overindulgence, and sometimes it's infidelity, but it's saying, infidelity can be fulfilling. It's just limited language, but they're using these cards to say like multiple relationships could actually work for you. And it could probably give you everything you need and it's like, what do you truly want? And I think if you examine that for yourself for a while, you might say, I kind of want a boy and a girl. Erin, whatever works, girl. It looks like no one person is able to do it all for you. You're so welcome. Do you have any other questions? Because I'm going to probably get off when I'm done, Erin. So questions about work, like what are you working at right now? I just have a minute if you want me to ask. Is there any hope with your girlfriend? Yeah, I think so. I think you guys could work on things. Oh, I remember. Didn't she have an interest in men? And I think that, yes, you could kind of work something out if you want to. She didn't? Was that always you? There was always an interest in men there. Was it you? I think you could work something out. Do you think she'd be open to it? It says it's not over. Ten of Swords reversed says it's not over yet. She wouldn't. So you might have to sacrifice, which I wouldn't really want you to. Now the High Priestess is coming out just to let you know that everything I said is correct. Hang on, guys, one sec. You're talking next week, so you'll see. Okay, good. Bring it up. Who knows? It's saying Queen of Swords with the family. There's something she's going to be talking about family or something. Erin, follow your heart. Whatever it is that you want. Whatever it is that you want. Go after what you want. Don't attach yourself to one person. If you and that other person don't want the same things, if you want some of the same things, then spend some time together. If you want all the same things, be in a committed relationship. But like, I see a lot of flexibility in your love life, and I see you requiring multiple partners in order to feel a sense of fulfillment. Regarding your material well-being, one card for Erin's material well-being, and I gotta go. They're telling you to get rid of some stuff, so probably sell some stuff, declutter, plant some vegetables. Do you already live that way? Oh, yeah, it does make sense. It's giving me the type of lifestyle for you where it's like a sustainability lifestyle. You have a garden, yeah, so use your resources as much as you can. It suggested that maybe you can sell some things to get some money or something, but come back next Tuesday. I am actually going to be here at the same time on most Tuesdays because I have a gap where my daughter is at dance class. So I'm probably going to be here. So come back next week and we'll ask more about your material well-being if you want, okay? Thank you all for hanging out. This will be reposted on YouTube. By the way, I put all my live readings now on YouTube, so you can revisit those. And they don't get erased on you. Okay, shine bright, everybody.